someone have seen something, heard something.
Her parents outside LAPD headquarters Wednesday pleading with the public for help. The LAPD issuing this news release the same day asking anyone with information to contact them.
And we're not going to stop looking for you. We're not going to stop until we find you.
Sherry Williams says the last time she or her husband heard from Ashley was back on August 29th. They sent her money online, but she never accepted it and then stopped answering her phone.
And we got concerned because we know that is out of her character. That is not her to do something like that.
The Williams live in Ohio, the same place Ashley lived until 2022 when she moved out here to LA. Her mother says she was trying to make a fresh start and they'd spoken regularly. Her daughter never giving a reason to believe anything was wrong. This week they made the trip to Southern California to meet up with the private detective they've hired, Moses Castillo, and follow up on potential leads.
We just didn't know what to do, where to start, where to begin, and we just knew that we needed someone to help us, someone that can help us have a voice.
They've gone to her last known address in the 3800 block of Crawford Street in South LA and spent time talking to people on Skid Row.
Based on her phone records, she actually called a local shelter in the Skid Row area, and that gives us reason to believe she was in the area, and that's what we're trying to put together her timeline that hopefully will lead us to current whereabouts.
In the meantime, Ashley's family is holding on to hope.
This is so hard on your dad and me and the family. We need you back home, please.
Ashley Marie Williams, the 28-year-old who is living in LA, has been missing since last month.
We're looking for answers.
Greetings, salutations, hello, how are you out there in YouTube land? Today's missing persons reading that we're doing is going to be on a female named Ashley Williams. She's 28 years old. She went missing on August the 27th of this year. She's from Ohio, but she was currently, when she went missing, living in Los Angeles. That's where she was living at when she went missing. So, the only details that I have regarding Miss Ashley is she had contacted her father to have him send her some money, and he did, but she never picked up the money. Now, she's not been seen or heard from since, and her parents had traveled from their home state of Ohio all the way to Los Angeles, where they were told that Ashley hadn't been living there for the past 2 or 3 months. They were told this by her roommate, so I'm assuming it was her roommate, whoever she lived with. So a lot of unanswered questions here, a lot of wonder what's really happened. You know, you go missing right after you've asked for money, so I've got a few questions that I've pinned out here. And also, I thought it was awful odd that she hadn't told her parents that she hadn't been living in her last known address for the past 2 months. So I thought that was awful odd, too. I'm going to see what the circumstances behind that is. So, you have to excuse me, I'm sick. I had a real bad congestion and lots of shots, so I got a few questions here. We're going to start it off with the first one, and it's going to be the circumstances surrounding Ashley not living at her last address for the past 2 months per her roommate. The events that transpired in between her asking her father for money and going missing. Circumstances surrounding Ashley's disappearance. Reasons for the circumstances. Who or what is responsible for Ashley's disappearance? Reasons or motives. Something that needs to come to light about her disappearance. And just going to leave one open there to see what comes out in the wash here. Alrighty. It's Ashley Williams. Let's see what's happened here. Question 1. The circumstances surrounding her not being at the last address for the past 2 months. Now, this is the Six of Swords in the reverse position. This reveals a need to escape. However, when it's reversed, it's telling you that your plans are delayed. Now, this is not going to be the right time to travel or to leave a unsatisfying situation, because there's certain problems that need to be addressed and resolved before she can be free. So there's something going on there. The environment obviously was unsatisfying for her. So let's see here. I got a feeling that I just kind of feel like that Ashley was living there, or that's not true about the 2 months. Let's see this here. Was that a lie that Ashley had been gone for 2 months? Six of Pentacles, that's a yes card. So the roommate or whoever told Ashley's parents that is lying. She was there. She was there up until she went missing. So, just to clarify, what was going on where she was living? What was the environment there? What was the situation? So, that's going to be the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is aspected as a male. So, I feel like that the roommate who told Ashley's parents that she was gone, or had been gone, or moved out 2 months prior, was a male. Now, I feel like maybe there's 2 or 3 roommates there, but at least one of them was a male. And that's going to be this Knight of Cups. Now, this Knight of Cups is a male who is bewitched by a love interest, which is more than one. What I mean by that is this male is in an established relationship already, not with Ashley, but he has been proposing to her to have a side thing, like a sexual relationship on the side. So that's been your unsatisfactory situation there. And that's had to be addressed before she could leave, definitely. So when it comes to the events that transpired between her asking for money and disappearing, we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents traditional values and ways of one's moral compass. It's also showing a test of how much you are willing to conform. Now, it's also telling you, or the advice of this card is telling you that it's time to do what's right and making your decision. So what's transpired in between that is the Knight of Cups here, her roommate has proposed this sexual relationship, and it doesn't look to me like that Ashley is that type of female. She's aware that the roommate is in an established relationship. I'd say she probably knows the girlfriend or has had a chance to be around the girlfriend. And I don't think that she's going to be anybody's booty call or dirty little secret or second best. It's it or nothing. So I also don't see any attraction from Ashley towards the roommate. It's all on the roommate's behalf towards Ashley. So, circumstances surrounding Ashley's disappearance. Now, that's going to be the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. When it's in reverse, it shows a vanity and ego that's at large. That's what's running the forefront of the brain. So, this is going to go right back to your Knight of Cups, your roommate. It's feeling that your home is under threat. So, shortly right before disappearance here, she's turned him down, told him she wasn't interested in that. I don't feel like that he's the type of guy, from what I see in these cards, that he's the type of guy that's going to be one that takes no for an answer or not getting his way. So, when he doesn't get his way, it's the angry little boy that's going to cause everybody else to be mad at you just because he's not getting his way. So, I'm sure she did feel like her home was under threat. So, the reasons for them circumstances is going to be the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords shows her feeling trapped and anxious due to an unsatisfactory bond with an individual. Knight of Cups, the roommate. Now, this individual, there is problems between the two of them, and it's caused panic. I say this Nine of Cups and the other roommate, because it shows conversations going on behind closed doors about you. Now, that's what I was saying. He's rallying the troops, getting his army together. She's not going to fool with him the way he wants to. So, in order to protect that little vanity and that ego there, he's going to be spouting off lies and trying to get the other roommate against Ashley. So, this has also left her feeling humiliated, ignored, and fearing others' attitudes towards her. So, when it comes to who or what is responsible for her disappearance, now we've got the Tower in reverse. Now, the Tower in reverse is just what it is. It's a sudden and dramatic impact from forces outside of your control. Now, these are of the negative kind. Your whole world shifting. It's akin to a bomb going off. It's murder, rape, assault. It's all of that. So, it's definitely, I feel like that this is 100% the roommate being responsible for her disappearance. So, let me clarify. Is the roommate that Ashley was not interested in responsible for her disappearance? Ace of Pentacles, and that's a yes card. The reasons for wanting her to disappear. Now, then you got the Four Cups. Now, we're going to go right back to just a second here on this Tower card in reverse. I say rape and assault, right? I do feel like that when she's turned him down, something has went down. Because that's what's triggered this Tower. She's had to have been silenced, if that makes sense. Now, the Four Cups shows disillusionment within a relationship. It's being bored in your established relationship. It's a static situation. So, this Nine of Cups was bored with his relationship. That's why he was trying to propose something to happen between him and Ashley. So I just want to make sure, did the roommate that she turned down or was not interested in hurt her or make her disappear because she did not want the type of relationship that he was seeking? Page of Wands, and that's going to be a yes. Page of Wands is also proposals. So the next question is something that needs to come to light, and that's going to be the Moon in reverse. When it's in reverse, it indicates secrets or lies being exposed. So this is going to be the roommate's lies, all his lies. First and foremost, the lie was being gone for the past 2 to 3 months. So let's just clarify that. Ten of Swords. So now the Ten of Swords shows bonds of a friendship that are broken and irreparable. There's no turning back. It's a dramatic ending. Right. Yep. When she turned him down, that's fit his ego. He's tried to take what he wanted anyway, whether he did or didn't. The attempt was already there. And that's broke it beyond repair. So something open here, something just to tie this all together. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is a female. Now, I feel like that this female right here is going to be the girlfriend to the Nine of Cups. I feel like he's went and told her that, you know, he's not going to go tell her that he was hitting on Ashley and that Ashley turned him down. He's going to be going and telling her that Ashley's hitting on him and he's not interested in her and he loves her and blah, 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 blah. Because this Queen of Pentacles also has a hand in Ashley's disappearance. I feel like it's the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles together. Because the Queen of Pentacles, when she's in reverse, is a woman who at first appears charming and pleasant, but is actually possessive, jealous, evil, wicked, even extremely dangerous, because this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is a manipulative sociopath who knows no boundaries when it comes to getting what she wants. She's the type that's going to be like, okay, well, we have to get rid of her. She just can't be around anymore. You know, that's what's going on here. So I feel like the two of them has conspired and has been the cause for Ashley to go missing. Now, this all simply boils down to somebody who didn't want to be a booty call. And he's tried to take what he wanted anyway. And that's set off this whole chain of events. So I truly feel like that the roommate is the key. He's lying. She may have called a shelter. I know it said on that news article that her father stated that he did know that she had contacted a shelter. I'd say that, you know, but I say before he's come in there and tried to take what he's wanted, he's aggravated her to no means, and that's probably been the catalyst right there. Him finding out she was getting ready to go to, she was getting money off her dad, and she was going to a shelter to get away from him, and he just couldn't have that. Yeah, definitely the roommate. Definitely the roommate. If I was Ashley's parents, I would definitely be watching the roommate and his woman, because they know where she's at and they know what's happened to her. Not kind of the reading that the ending that I wanted, but at least it kind of puts a lot of it to rest, so we know who's responsible. Maybe next read we can do and find possibly where her location is. Alright guys, thanks for going through this reading with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. That was better, wasn't it?